The memories of winning the biggest prize in Speedway for 3-time world champion Nicki are still firmly etched on his brain. It's been 4 years since the passionate Dane last stood on top of the world, but in 2012 his mind and body for that 4th world title has never been more focused.
Well, it's something you wanted to do for many years, and it's something you've seen other people have been doing, but actually achieve it yourself is such as far away from me to believe it. So it was really hard to sink it in, but that was a great feeling.
Parken Stadium Copenhagen in 2012 celebrates 10 years hosting a round of the World Championship, and for Denmark's #1 rider, it always hits a special nerve every time he's there.
To come into the stadium, rolling in there, you know, you look up and you see all these Danish flags and the happiness and stuff. It makes everything worth it as a Danish rider. You know, you can really feel, you know, the people with the flag, the shouting, the atmosphere and everything. And I feel they're sitting so close to the track, the fans, so they really gets part of it. And we can feel them before we get up to the tape and put the full gas on.
Full gas isn't what Nicki needed in 2003, as in the first ever final at Parken, the home hero jumped the start, touched the tapes, and to the disappointment of the partisan crowd, he was eliminated.
Well, I still think at that time, you know, you wanted to do so well for yourself and for Denmark, and particularly, and then I don't know, he tricked me, you know, and I felt the tape supposed to go up now, you know, and the hand just dropped the clutch, you know. It was something in between my fingers and my brain that weren't working right. So, but that was a disaster, you know. But it was still a great day. But you know, it was a shame I couldn't finish it off.
2004 and more drama having made the final. Nicki crashes out on turn 4 whilst in 4th. A year later, the Dane was to make his 3rd final in succession. No dramas, but no win either.
It's never easy in Parken. I mean, it's a little tense track, you know, and you got to be clever and smart and things like that. But I enjoy very much to ride there, and especially, you know, see the waving flags.
In 2006, the flags waved, but not for Nicki. It would be wildcard and fellow countryman Hans Andersen that would take the spoils that Pedersen had so longed for. 2 more years of finals followed in 2007 and 8, but still no win. Podiums aplenty, with 2 silvers for his efforts, but the wait for a gold went on.
It's tense and it's close racing at that time. You're trying a few things here and there, you know, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work, but they're class riders, you know, they're pretty safe riders, so you can race them as hard as you want and they can race me as hard as they want. That's how you see the best races, you know, and that's what the fans love.
For the past few years, the fans have come and waited in hope for a win from their great Danish warrior. For the former 3-time world champion, he's still philosophical about the place.
It seems like I have like a black cloud on top of Parken in Copenhagen, but you know, I always said, you know, when people and journalists and stuff saying what's going on with that Copenhagen, and I just always say I'd rather be world champion than just being winning in Copenhagen.
Since his last world championship in 2008, Nicki Pedersen's record in Parken has mirrored his series form. Outside the world's top 8 for the past 2 years has meant a refocus for Team Pedersen.
I felt myself in the career I've sort of been struggling a little bit in the past couple of years. It hasn't really been working for me, you know. Things has been missing out, you know, from the crew-wise, and myself being hungry enough and the equipment and stuff. And towards last year I said things have to change.
So what's making the difference in 2012?
I worked hard in the whole winter, you know. As I said, my conditions is in a very high class as an athletic rider. Also, I know what equipment I want. The crew knows me, and the equipment are racing at the moment. You know, whatever we does to it, it's things I can feel what I should do, and if it doesn't work that race, it make a little changes and it will work for the next one. Instead of having 20 different engines and you don't know how to set them up, it's very important you know your equipment. So far, you know, it's been a fantastic year for me, and I really enjoying myself, and I'm in the best form as ever. So I'd rather be, you know, 2 points behind than just being leading all the way, because it's great for the fans. And this year, you know, there's so many good speedway riders, but I'm sure it's going to go all the way to the end.